everybody, it's Katie. So today, we're going to be doing a record collection. Now you may notice, I dyed my hair. I'm brunette for a little bit. I also shaved the back of it, so it might not look like I have as much hair, but that's just because it's Florida and it's hot. Although I do want to talk about a couple of things that I'm going to have coming up right now. Like I said, we're doing the record collection. I'm going to do a Funko Pop collection soon. I had filmed it and then like immediately added to said collection. And my friend has one of the pops because she bought it for me. So until I get that, I can't really film it without it being like, oh, I have this pop, but I don't have this pop, you know? But I just added 2 new Harry Potter pops, so excited. Then I just found out that I can take like my actual DSLR camera into Warped Tour. Now I film most of this on my phone just because it's easy to keep in my car and like I don't have to lug everything out here. And I think my phone quality is fine. Like I really don't see an issue with it. You might be able to hear my air conditioner right now. I'm sorry. Once again, it's Florida. The car reads 98 degrees. It's probably like real feel 103. But I found out that I can take my DSLR camera into Warped Tour. I actually just found out I can go to Warped Tour. With work, I had this whole debacle with the Orlando date. Like, I can't go to Orlando. I have to go to Jacksonville, which is 3 hours away. I swear, the Orlando one's like 20 minutes from my house. But I was not able to get the day off because of tax-free weekend when you work in retail. You have blackout dates. So, me and my friend are going to drive up to Jacksonville. I bought the tickets the other day, but I found out we can take my DSLR camera in, so I want to vlog it. I'm going to take pictures, like I'm a concert photographer. I can't just not take photos. But, I'm definitely want to vlog it a little bit. Like, I've done vlogs before, and I've just never posted them. I did like one like a year ago, and I just didn't like it. But I think like one centralized thing, it'll be fun. Like, I'll start in the morning when I leave. And then, you know, when I pick up my friend, we'll introduce her. You know, I'm not going to film me on the road or anything. I don't want my battery to die. Plus, like I said, it's 3 hours away. So, once we get there, we'll start filming. I'll film clips of bands here and there, throw them in, throw in the things that I think are fun, that kind of thing. I think a lot of it's just going to be like little clips. It's not really going to be like me talking and vlogging. And if I do want to say something, like I'll just pull out my phone because you know how hard it is to hold a DSLR and be like, hi. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into my record collection. Now, most of these are pop punk vinyls, and a lot of them were Christmas presents a couple years ago. When I got my record player. So if they were a present, like I'll say they were. So the first one I have is this A Day to Remember Australian Common Courtesy album. Now, how did I get the Australian version? I found the link online on their website, like they tweeted it or something right before Christmas. Because they were going on the tour, they're like, you can only buy this on the tour or here, and they were like, there's not that many pressings. How my mom got her hands on this, I don't know. But bless you, Mom. So, I think this is really cool. It just looks like a shark bite was taken out of it, but the actual records are fine. The actual records are just blue. Like, the blood splatters is just the sleeve, so. But it's a 2-disc, like, record. But it's just this pretty blue plastic. See my house in the reflection, but you know, just a really pretty blue plastic. I love colored vinyls. I think they're awesome. But yeah, I'll tell you where I got them and like everything, but I know my mom got this one on their website. But yeah, it's 2 pieces because it's a long album. So there's an A side, a B side, a C side, and a D side. I have a couple more like that. And let's put this guy away, which I'm gonna edit this out. Although I will just mention this about the A Day to Remember vinyl. The bad thing about it is because it looks like it's got the bite taken out of it, the cardboard bends extremely easily. I'm just actually going to set this one like here, like not in the case because I need to get that paper in there better. The next one is All Time Low's Nothing Personal. This one was also a Christmas present from my mother. When you take it out, the sleeve looks like this. Now these are a lot easier to get in and out. And then the vinyl is this really pretty clear with blue and pink splatters. Now this is one of my favorite albums of all time, so I'm really happy she got me this. I love All Time Low. I'm not too impressed with their new stuff. I wanted to do a video on that. I just never got to it because work and life have taken over a lot lately. I know I said in my first video that I didn't have any pets. That is now a lie. A month and 2 days ago, I adopted a kitten. Cutest little baby. He's like 4 months old, like weighs like 4 pounds. We had to go to the vet the other day, and I like filmed a little video introducing him, but he was just kind of climbing all over the place, and I'm like, I want to redo that. So until I can get him in a good place to film, because like bringing him out to the car is just way too hard, I'm gonna have to like film in my sister's room that she just moved. So I'm like, maybe I'll just go film in there or something. I don't really know yet. My next one is another All Time Low album, and I just got this one recently. This is Don't Panic, It's Longer Now. I got this at Hot Topic. It's a Hot Topic exclusive pressing. It was on clearance on their website for like $10, and I had a $5 reward. So I paid $5 for this, and it's a 2-disc one as well. Like, I say disc, what would you call this? Like, I call them a disc. It's shaped like a disc. But this one's a, I'm not gonna take both of them out, but it is a burgundy and white one, and it looks like it's got like the little zombie paper like on it. But yeah, I got this one at Hot Topic. I bought it on their website, had it shipped to store. I also bought a pop with it, so I got free shipping. So I was trying to just buy the pop, and then I found this, and I was like, well, it's only $5 more. So I caved. Plus I was like, I'm gonna buy it eventually. I might as well spend $5 on it. The back of it, you know, Jack's got his boner shirt on. That just proves how old it is, of an actual album. But let's see, the next one I have is, this is a band that I don't really listen to, but it's August Burns Red. They wrote my name on it. My sister had tickets to their concert. She had originally bought them for her and her boyfriend, and he ended up moving to Texas. A couple months before the show, something happened. He ended up moving. Not a big deal, but she was like, I don't want his ticket to go to waste. Like, I spent money on it. So I was like, I'll go with you. And then she ended up having the flu, so we literally went for the meet and greet because she wasn't well enough to stay for the show. So we went and got our free stuff. So we got the vinyl and like the photo op thing and that kind of thing, but we didn't actually stay for the show. I'm hoping to see them on Warped Tour though. I mean, they're good. I just don't really listen to them, but this was like the tour exclusive. Like, you had to have VIP to get this one. I hate when they come in these white ones. They're not as easy to like take out, but the actual vinyl, oh my god, it's beautiful. It's like blue and black, and it's really pretty. I don't know exactly what the other one looks like the actual like regular pressing. I think it's just black, but oh my gosh. So it's cool. They wrote my name on it. It was so funny. He actually misspelled my name. That's why it looks so ridiculous up here, because like my name's spelled C-A-I-T-Y. He wrote C-A-T-Y, and then I was like, it's an I, and he goes, oh, and he just like slapped a stick on the end of the T and then squeezed a T in between it. Not a big deal if you misspell my name. It happens a lot. It's kind of annoying. The next one I got is Mayday Parades. I think this is a lesson in romantics. I mean, I know which one it was, but I believe it's the 10th anniversary edition is what they were saying. Like, this is the 10th anniversary pressing. I want to say it was limited to about 1,000 copies, and I found this at a record store in Nashville when I went a couple months ago, but it's this really pretty gold with white, red, and black splatters. Really pretty, but I wasn't even going to buy it, and then I was like, well, it's a very limited pressing. I might as well buy it, you know, when in Nashville, right? But yeah, me and my friend went to Nashville. The next one I'm about to pull out, we also got in Nashville. But, we went to Nashville on a very, very tiny, and I mean a very tiny vacation, back in February. We went up for a concert. We took a couple days off work. We went and saw one of our friends that play in bands, and she knows them way better than I do. I've only seen them 3 times, and it was just because of her. We've gone to Nashville to see them twice, though, so we explored a little bit that day. We went to Biscuit Love, which, if you live in Nashville, go. Or if you're in Nashville, go. Get an East Nasty. I got mine without sausage gravy, but it was still so good. Anyway, we went to Biscuit Love, and then we asked which record store to go to, and they're like, oh, go to Grimey's. So we went to Grimey's. It was great. I also got this one at Grimey's, which is Riot by Paramore. No, this one's a boring, I don't want to say boring color, because like, I mean, I like the color black, but it's just like your basic black pressing. They totally could have made it orange. I would have been down for that. I don't have an orange vinyl yet, so I would have been so down for some orange. But I got this one at Grimey's as well. I know you can't see my face right now. There we go. Yeah, so they got that one at Grimey's. I bought 3. We're gonna get to the other one. It's down here. We're getting to that band. The next one is Punk Goes Christmas. Kind of a weird thing to have in my collection, I know. But it was Christmas. My mom bought it for me for Christmas. And I was like, I love this album. It's like the best Christmas album there is. Especially Set It Off's This Christmas. Like, it's so like anti-Christmas. Even though like I love Christmas, it's anti-Christmas. But it says red and green. What would you expect less? But yeah, it's really, really cool. And it wasn't very limited. I think they only made like 500 copies of this. So once again, thanks, Mom. Get it back in here. Okay, the next one. I'm outgrowing this vinyl thing, which is kind of sad because I don't have that many. The next one I have is Set It Off's Upside Down. Now, I pre-ordered this through merch now 2 years ago when it came out, and it took forever to get here. It was the album had been released for like a good 3 to 4 weeks before I got this. And I'm like, now I know sometimes there's delays and everything, but I was like, not having it. But I actually went to the album release party for this, so I can't complain. But yeah, it's just this white with like blue splatters. It's very pretty though, and it's a great album. I love Set It Off. I really wish I was seeing them at Warped Tour. They're playing the Orlando date and I can't go, but they're playing in, I believe, Tampa. Do the Tampa or St. Pete in September, so just gonna have to try to go to that. All right, next up, State Champs. Now bear with me, we have a lot of State Champs albums. I mean, a lot. Okay, so this one's The Finer Things. This is one of my newer, I'm gonna say my newer ones. It's probably in the middle now. I got this last year at one of their shows on their tour, and it is just this red and white. I didn't realize it was red and white. One of the other ones I have is red, white, and black. It literally looks like this, but got black in it. But yeah, no, The Finer Things. Now, this was like the only album they had out other than like their old EPs when I discovered them back in 2015. So, and I mean, Deadly Conversation, actually I think Elevated was the first song I heard by them because my sister and one of my old friends used to listen to them a little bit around me, but I never really paid attention. But Deadly Conversation, I believe, was the one they opened with, and I was just like I was blown away. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that, and I was just like, now I love State Champs, clearly. It's probably like the 3rd time I've worn State Champs clothes in a video, so oops. Okay, let's put this one back. There's that one. I was like, I couldn't tell if this was part of the Set It Off album or not, but it's not. Alright, the next one is the Acoustic Things. Now, I do have this one signed. I just took the sleeve to their world tour back in 2016 and had them sign it, as well as one of my copies of Around the World and Back. I just had them take the sleeve. I took a blue from Sharpie so that it matched the album. But yeah, no, it's really pretty. But the actual, like, record is this blue with pink in the middle. It makes it look purple, but you can see it is pink. Very pretty. Very soft, calming album too. I don't listen to it a lot just because I'm not like always into acoustic stuff, especially when I'm driving, which is where I listen to majority of my music is when I'm driving. But good times. Alright, the next one is my signed copy of Around the World and Back. Although, who signed it in the black? Tony. Tony signed it in black, and you can barely see it, so thanks, Tony. The rest of them signed it in my gold Sharpie, and I totally just did it with my lipstick, thankfully. It's liquid and didn't really get on it. So this one should be the okay one. Yeah. So this one was actually the second copy of this album I got, and I will explain why in a second. but it is clear, although down here it looks very, very gray. But it's clear. Actually, I think it is half gray. I never noticed. But it's like clear and gray with blue and black splatters. It's very pretty. It was not the pressing that I wanted. Like I said, I'll explain that in a second when we get to the next copy of Around the World and Back, which, I mean, I'm not like salty because they sent me a new one. But I'm still a little salty because, like I said, this was the pressing I wanted. It was a very exclusive pressing. Like, Pure Noise sent me that one because this one, which isn't signed, it's clear, has the black, gold, and silver. This was the pressing I wanted. They only sold this on their tour with the Wonder Years back in 2015, right after the album was released. You could only get this one there. I somehow got a very janky copy, completely mispressed, like should not have been sold, messed up. You put this on a record player and it sounds like you're gonna die. It's some band called like Cult Leader or something is what I think they told me it was. It scared the crap out of me on Christmas morning because I didn't have a record player when I bought this. I bought this and the acoustic things, and I didn't have a record player yet. I bought them at their show in 2015, like November of 2015. I didn't get my record player until December of 2015, and I pretty much knew I was getting a record player for Christmas because like all I asked for was a record player and a bunch of records, so I pretty much knew that's what I was gonna get. I know my mom, but I was like, okay, so I bought them, and I mean, even just to have them in a collection, like I would have wanted them anyway because I wanted to start collecting. So Christmas morning, I'm all excited. I want to pop this right on. I get it on, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what is this? And now, of course, it's been a month since the show, so I feel bad being, like, complaining now, but I'm like, I didn't have a record player until now. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, we'll fix that. So they sent me a new one, totally okay, but this was the pressing I really wanted. And I have had so many people ask me if they could buy this off of me. The answer's still no. Not to be mean or anything, but like I said, this was the pressing I wanted, so I'm going to get a vinyl frame and actually frame this. Eventually, I'm going to try and get them to sign this cover and then frame them side by side, so it's on display at least. But I feel bad because everybody's like, oh, how much would you pay for that? I'm like, I don't even know. I paid $20 for it, so at least $20. But alright, and this is another 2-disc one, and I'm about to take both of them out. Oof. Sorry. This is Around the World and Back Deluxe. I know. I sound crazy. We're on the, what, 5th State Champs album now? If I think 2 Around the World and Back. Yes. The 5th one. The 3rd copy of Around the World and Back. I feel insane. However, found this at Grimey's in Nashville. So, I had to buy it. I think this was the one I bought. The black, gold, and white. And I was like, okay, it's really pretty. My friend, and actually, at first I couldn't even find this one at Grimey's. He's like, this is what I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. And I said something to an employee as we were checking out, and he goes, I think we have that. And I was like, do you? And he looked in their system, he's like, yeah, we've got 2 of them. And he took me to them. And I'm like, wow, I looked there and I didn't even see it. So he took me, and me and my friend both bought one. Turns out we both bought different pressings. She bought like a limited edition pressing, which I think is this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was this one. The white and just the gold splatter. The back of it's really cool. It's got like the big SC thing on it. Now you're asking, probably wondering, why the heck I have 2 different pressings? Me and my friend just swapped out the back copy. And so she has the back one of mine where it's the gold, black, and white. And then I got the back one of hers. Just so we'd have one of each. Because why not? Why not share? Share with your friends. Thanks, Erin. I love you. But yeah, no, we were just like, oh, let's just switch. I forget what else she bought while we were up there. She bought Last Young Renegade, I think, by All Time Low. And I want to say she bought something else, but I can't remember what. It's been a while. It's been a while. We each bought, I think, 3. Okay, the next one is Living Proof. Now I have 2 copies of this because I will get into that. But this first one is, which one? The first one I got. This is the one I got from Merch Now. It is literally just a creamy white color. I was expecting splatters because they posted a picture with one that had splatters on it, and I thought that was all merch now orders. I guess it wasn't. This was just like the default one once they ran out of those. I'm not salty about it. I was just like, oh. It's like, but you didn't know which one you were going to get until you got it in the mail. But yes, this is my one copy of Living Proof. Okay. Ugh. I hate these white paper ones. I don't know what it is, but I never want to go back in there properly. Okay, the next one, let's get Living Proof. This one's obviously different. I said I had a black, white, and red one. This is it. It's not even really white. It's so off-white. It's like a cream. But yes, this is the other one that I got. Now this one was on Merch Limited. If you don't know what Merch Limited is, it's a website that State Champs does stuff with a lot. And they release, like, you have like a week to buy it, and they only release like so many of something. Like records, they only release like 100 copies. I think this one was limited to 1,000 actually. But they only release, like, I know a lot of them, they were only releasing like 100 copies. Right, it's stuck. There we go. They only released like 100 copies of them, and they would have like alternative covers with like the singles on them. My friend ended up getting one of those. Aaron got one. I just couldn't afford them when those went on sale. That one was $15 compared to I think what $50 that she paid with a bunch of other pre-order stuff in it. Like mine was $15, and I got that and then a signed lyric booklet, which I actually just slid into the CD. Like I took the lyric booklet out of the CD and put the new one in with those signed, so I have a signed copy of the CD. I mean, why not? That's what I did. The next one I have, this is a complete change of pace. We go from State Champs to the Tangled soundtrack. Now, I'm not even going to take this one out of the sleeve because it's literally just a clear sleeve that it came in. Like the Day to Remember ones, it's just like this clear piece of plastic. So it's like got Rapunzel and Eugene on one side, and then the Pretty Lantern scene on the other. I believe my mother bought me this one, or she did buy me for Christmas, and I believe she bought it at the Disney store. I know you can get these at the Disney store, like Barnes and Nobles, that kind of thing. But yes, one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. Tangled and Peter Pan and Big Hero 6 are like my top 3 probably. Also The Incredibles if we're talking Pixar, but that's a different world. Okay, so the next one I have is Yellow Card's Lift a Sail. Now this album is beautiful. Like I just love the album artwork. Like one day I kind of want to get this tattooed. Maybe one lengthy tattoo and one painful tattoo. And I have no idea where I'd put it. Probably have to put it like on my side, so when I'm not so lumpy, maybe we'll do that if that ever happens. Little car driving down the street, beep, beep. That was really weird, I'm sorry. But it's like this hazy yellowish album, and then I don't even know if you can totally see it, but there's like little bits of like, it almost looks like fibers, but it's yellow, blue, pink. It reminds me of an Easter egg, but it's really, really pretty. I got this one for Christmas as well. I either got this one for Christmas or I bought it at a show, but I'm pretty sure it was Christmas. Yeah, no, it was definitely Christmas because I didn't see Yellow Card again until way after I had this. I thought maybe I did because I bought like a jacket that said Lift the Sail, but I didn't have the album back then. Okay, the next one and my last one in this case is the 5 Seconds of Summer Sounds Good, Feels Good album. Now, this one makes me angry as well. Not the pressing I wanted. It's just black. I had originally gone to Urban Outfitters. They had a like light pink one. I think I saw a picture of it on my Instagram of a light pink pressing that Urban Outfitters had specifically. I drove to Urban Outfitters on New Year's Day. Don't know why. It was busy. And there's only one Urban Outfitters in the Central Florida area. I actually work right across the street from it now. But the problem with it is that mall is like impossible. And I mean impossible to find parking. And I drove around the parking lot for 20 minutes just to find parking, and it was at the other end of the mall. So I had to walk all the way across the mall to go to this Urban. So I get to Urban, I buy the record, I get home. I put it on the record player and it was messed up. It was like warped or something, and it was very dissonant sounding. If you don't know what dissonant means, it sounds like it's supposed to be like, you know, normal, and then it sounds like it sounds demonic almost. Like, the words were right, but the album sounded wrong. And, like, I even, like, text my friends, like, videos of it, and I'm like, please tell me I'm hearing things. And they're like, no, it sounds messed up. So I drove back to Urban a couple days later and went to return it. And the lady was like, hold on, I'll go get you another one, and just brings me the black one, which I did not know until I got home and pulled it out, and it's black. And I'm like, I'm not driving all the way back to Urban to get a new one. So I dealt with it. But I wanted the pink one. I really wanted the green one that they sold online on their website, on like Five Sauce's website. And my mom tried to order that one, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't add to her cart. And it didn't say it was sold out, but it just wouldn't add it, and she couldn't purchase it. She kept trying to put it through, and it wouldn't go. So thanks for trying, Mom. So I was like, oh, I'll go get the pink one, and then it didn't work out. Oh, well. You know, things go. But yeah, so that is my record collection in total. I have no idea how many I have. I'd have to count. Oof. My actual, like, thing is broken. My actual, like, case that I keep these in, it was an ugly brown color. It's broken on the back, though. I have a grimy sticker on here. But it's, like, broken on the back. This thing is older than I am. Not even gonna lie. Like, it was my uncle's, you know, back in, like, the 70s, 80s. So, way older than me. Not a big deal, though. But I'm outgrowing it. Slowly. But surely. But I have 18 vinyls, which doesn't really sound like a lot. But I have 18, which, not bad. I'm, like, slowly building my collection. I really want a version or a copy of Sunnyland by Mayday Parade. I hadn't listened to that album for a while. Like, it came out and I was, like, kind of skeptical because, like, recently their stuff hasn't been my fave, but I actually really like Sunnyland. I think it's great. It reminds me of, like, All the Lesson in Romantics and, like, their self-titled album, like, that emo nostalgia shit. Like, that's what it reminds me of. So, in the next couple of weeks, we will have, hopefully, my pop vinyl collection, or my Funko Pop collection. I always call them pop vinyls. That's what they are, but they're Funko Pops. I will hopefully have my Funko collection. I don't know when I'm going to get this last one. Honestly, me and Erin have completely opposite work schedules, so who knows? I love her to death, and she knows that. But our schedules never line up. Literally, she sent me her work schedule today, and every day she's off, I have, like, the next day off. And I'm like, we both work, like, 5 days a week, so it's impossible. Anyway, I don't know when I'm going to be getting that pop, so I won't be able to film until I have that one. But then I really want to do the Warped Tour vlog, which my Warped Tour date is August 2nd in Jacksonville, Florida, which is still like a week and a half away. It is the 23rd now, so 1 week from today is the 30th. So it's like, yeah, like a week and a half. But yeah, so hopefully I will have that out soon. I mean, like I said, a week and a half. I know I'm going to be quite busy the couple days after Warped Tour because of tax-free weekend, so I'm going to be working all weekend. I already know that. But thank you to HR for pulling through and giving me the second off and then giving me a closing shift on the 3rd so I can sleep all day. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm going to try to get better at this thing. Try not to let my life take over me too much. Like I said, just working to pay bills and everything. If you guys would like more like photography videos too, I'm down for that. I don't really know how we would start filming one of those. I mean, obviously I could film it on my phone and just show things. I'm not a freelancer that has a lot of experience or anything. I've had a couple photo passes. I think I've had 3 my entire life. 3 of them. Not very many. I have no touring experience or anything. I only became a professional a year ago. In the photography world, being considered a professional is when you've been paid for your work. I became a professional photographer at the age of 17, but I did not become a professional concert photographer until the age of 20. My first photo pass was with Yellow Card, which blew my mind. Like, Yellow Card was the one to give me a chance. But Yellow Card gave me a chance. I then did state champs and then a local band, which got me to that professional status named Broken Streetlights. Like, I did Set It Off's CD release party because I was able to take my camera in there. I've like photographed my friend Cody T, which if you guys don't know who that is, he also runs Lost Bros clothing company with his brother Colton. They're both sweethearts. But they, like, I've done all his shows. I've done Simple Plan a couple times at Disney World. Anywhere I can usually take my camera in, I will try my hardest and usually take photos. So I'm hoping Warped Tour we can get some decent ones, because there's a bunch of my favorite bands on Warped Tour, and I think it'll just be cool. So we'll see how close I can get without, you know, getting sucked into mosh pits and getting trampled to death, because that happened to me at a State Champs show one time. Freakiest thing. I literally, like, was standing in the pit just fine. Knuckle Puck came on, people rushed me, and I got thrown in a mosh pit, and I was clinging to this guy for dear life. If you ever watch this, sir, I'm sorry. But I was clinging to this guy for, like, dear life, and he kept trying to push me off, and I'm like, don't let go of me, because if you do, I'm gonna die. Like, I couldn't keep my balance. I was being pushed. I was, like, the smallest person in the pit, because I'm only 5'2", and I don't have good balance as it is. So, like, just being pushed around and stuff, I was like, so let's hope I don't get in any mosh pits. I really want to crowd surf for Warped Tour, but I don't trust people enough. Even though I want that experience, I just don't trust people enough. So, we'll see how Warped Tour goes. Hopefully no mosh pits. Maybe crowd surfing if I feel brave that day. But I've been in a mosh pit and I won't do it again. So, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm probably going to edit out a lot of my rambling because you guys don't want to hear it. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye!